With the 2020 NBA season currently being suspended until further notice, what all NBA fans out there are waiting for is the 2020 NBA draft and what it has in store for us. We are all waiting to find out what team gets that #1 pick, who are the top 5 rookie prospects, and what changes will be made for the 2021 season. For the first time since the 2012 draft, the Golden State Warriors have a lottery pick this year because they currently have the worst record in the league. If you guys are unaware of their situation, they have a record of 15-50 right now, with the Cleveland Cavaliers being the second worst team in the NBA with 19-46. If the NBA season continues, the Golden State Warriors will most likely still be the worst team in the NBA. And there are a lot of reporters out there and analysts saying that the Golden State Warriors actually have a great shot at getting that #1 pick. But in this video, I'm not going to be talking about the player I think they should pick. I'm going to be talking about the player I believe they shouldn't pick. And also the player they don't want. And that player is LaMelo Ball. LaMelo is one of the most talented, if the most talented player in the NBA draft this year. When comparing the attention he's getting from other rookies, I would say he's at the very top. And there are many people out there saying that the Golden State Warriors will pick LaMelo Ball. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys why I believe he's not a good fit for the Golden State Warriors. So yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of ezBUCKETz. If you love basketball, you are in the right place. And make sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my upcoming videos just like this. If you guys are unaware of who LaMelo Ball is and what he brings to the table, I'm gonna briefly sum it up for you. The comparisons to NBA players that LaMelo is getting is a player like Luka Doncic and former NBA star Penny Hardaway. He's a point guard that's listed at 6'7" and weighs 181 pounds. He has a wingspan that's taller than him of 6'10.5" and had a pretty good season playing in Australia. His 2019 and 2020 stats are 17 points a game, 7.6 rebounds, and 6.8 assists. So if you're looking at LaMelo Ball's numbers, you can definitely tell that he's a stat sheet stuffer and there are no empty stats when it comes to him. But there are still many reasons why this 18-year-old is not a perfect Golden State Warrior fit. Although LaMelo has great size when it comes to a point guard, the first reason is because the Golden State Warriors don't need a point guard, or in other words, a guard. Even though they have the worst record this season, there are still some highlights when it comes to their roster and potential future stars. The Golden State Warriors have been developing Jordan Poole, Damian Lee, Kai Bowman since Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry have been out most of this season. When you draft a high-level talent like LaMelo Ball, he's going to come in and take away those minutes from the players that you've developed over the year without your star players. The Golden State Warriors definitely don't want to lose that experience they've got from players like Damian Lee and don't just want to throw it away for nothing. So drafting a point guard in this year's draft is not a good idea for the Golden State Warriors. And of course, with both Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson both expected to be healthy for the 2021 season, LaMelo shouldn't be playing in a backup point guard role. He deserves to be a starting point guard somewhere where a point guard is needed. There are some people out there saying that drafting LaMelo Ball is good even though he is a point guard is because of the future. Everybody knows that Steph is currently 32 years old and he's eventually going to retire for Dub Nation. But those Warrior fans are saying that they should develop LaMelo Ball under Steph and make Steph mentor him while the Golden State Warriors are still competitive in the NBA. That definitely is a good argument, but I don't think that's the path the Golden State Warriors are taking. I believe the path they should take is to try to win as many rings as possible with Steph Curry available. So that's the #1 reason, his size. There are many videos out there saying that LaMelo Ball is a 6'7" point guard and that's given him great, tremendous, elite size at that position, but for my reasoning and my case, it's not a good fit for the Golden State Warriors. So that's #1, his position. If you guys think about last season for the Golden State Warriors, who was that one player they signed and surprised all of us? That player was DeAngelo Russell, former Brooklyn Nets All-Star point guard. The biggest question going into the 2020 season for the Golden State Warriors was how will DeAngelo Russell and Stephen Curry fit when they're both ball-handling point guards? If you take that into consideration, that did not work out and ended up having DeAngelo Russell traded from the Warriors to the Timberwolves. So in a way, the Golden State Warriors were already in a position like that where they had two all-star point guards and wanted to see if the fit would match. They've already been through that and definitely don't want to be through the same situation once again. So if they pick LaMelo Ball, they're literally going to be stuck in the same position. The Golden State Warriors were always successful having a veteran point guard back up Steph like Sean Livingston when they had that finals appearance run. So having a rookie to come off the bench for your star player might not be the best idea if you're targeting a championship. And when you think about LaMelo Ball and if he fits with the Golden State Warriors, what role would he really play? We're forgetting that the Golden State Warriors already have a playmaker that's a big man of Draymond Green who loves controlling the ball and loves being that playmaker on that team. If you watch LaMelo Ball's game, he's a ball-dominant point guard who needs the ball in his hands most of the time, similar to Luka Doncic and Ben Simmons. The Golden State Warriors are known for their three-point shooting, and LaMelo Ball hasn't even been really shooting well, even though his highlights and clips are deep-range three-point shots. Just to shock you guys a little bit, LaMelo Ball is averaging 19% behind the three-point line, and that's definitely not a good sign of a good shooter. But don't get me wrong, guys, when it comes to basketball and sports, there's always room for improvement, but from the season so far that LaMelo has been having, he hasn't shown signs of increasing that anytime soon. LaMelo is an elite playmaker point guard, but the Golden State Warriors don't need that right now. If LaMelo Ball was able to have a good three-point shot, then it could be different because he could play the two guard and be successful at it, with Steph, him, and Clay being great three-point shooters. But the fact that he's not a great three-point shooter literally takes off a lot for what the Golden State Warriors have in mind as a point guard and shooting guard backup. He's not the perfect and ideal fit that the Golden State Warriors should have on their roster, but I did not say that they shouldn't draft LaMelo Ball. The Golden State Warriors are currently projected to have that number 1 overall pick, and picking LaMelo Ball might not actually be a bad idea. The Golden State Warriors have proven that they're willing to trade their star players to get good assets back to make their team better. We've seen this in how they already traded DeAngelo Russell in the first year of that 4-year contract to get Andrew Wiggins to fill that small forward position they've been lacking since Andre Iguodala left. So let's just put this into a quick and easy scenario for you. The Golden State Warriors get the first round pick and they draft LaMelo Ball. Then what they can easily do is target an NBA team who is looking for a young point guard to be their franchise player in the upcoming years, and look at that roster and see which veteran player can assist the Golden State Warriors. They don't have to be a veteran, they just have to be a perfect fit for the Golden State Warriors. And if I look at the Golden State Warriors roster right now, they need two things. One, a dominant center who they can focus on and potentially make them and groom them into a franchise center in the upcoming years. And two, a backup small forward, power forward player who can play multiple positions and defend at a high level. The point guard position is becoming one of the most important positions in the NBA today, and there are definitely many point guards out there that could fit the Golden State Warriors system really well. And to be completely honest, I don't even think LaMelo Ball wants to play for the Golden State Warriors. I believe he has the personality and alpha dog mentality to be that number 1 option on any team that wants him to be that star point guard player. And in my personal opinion, I believe that that's the perfect spot for LaMelo Ball. But when it comes to the Golden State Warriors' best draft day possibilities, is that let's say they get a first round pick or a top 3 pick. There are many rookies in the draft this year that has a better chance at fitting the Golden State Warriors system in that 5 to 10 mark. Let's say the Golden State Warriors get a top 3 pick, they can easily trade down to get maybe a 7th or 8th pick and pick a guy like Obi. The point is, even if they get that top 3 pick, they can still make a lot of moves to get the right assets to fit alongside Clay and Steph. There are also many rumors out there that Anthony Edwards or James Wiseman could be a great pick for the Golden State Warriors, and that definitely is true as well. But this draft, it's really hard to tell who the number 1 pick will be because it really depends on what the team that gets the first pick needs. Needless to say, I am super excited for the 2020 NBA draft and can't wait to see what it has in store for us, what players will be the #1 pick, what will the Golden State Warriors do, because definitely in the 2021 season, they can have a big spotlight on them to see what Steph and Klay can do if they're still competitive, and if Golden State Warriors could go back to the NBA Finals after being recorded as the worst team in the 2020 season. But let me know what you think. Are you thinking that the Golden State Warriors should draft LaMelo, groom him, and make him their star point guard when Steph retires? Or you think they shouldn't draft him at all? Or you think they should draft him and trade him for a great asset to fit the roster? Let me know everything you guys believe in the comment section down below. I want to start a conversation with you guys. But if you love the video, be sure to smash that thumbs up and show your love and support, guys. But what's most important is you guys turn on your notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys are all staying safe, stay at home, and washing your hands, and spend the most time with your family as possible, because this is a great time to do that. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll definitely see you guys next time on ezBUCKETz. Woo!
Ay, look at that boy, huh? Cooking up joints, like, running to school, huh? Like, you already know, never got help, so did it myself, doing so well, huh? Can't tell that I've been running like this my dance.